Are there aliens at Area 51?
Of course. What do you think? We need workers. They have to come in through the merit system, though. They have to come in so that they can help our country and these companies.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. If you want to be properly motivated to vote for President Trump in 2024, all you have to do is remember what they stole from us. They stole a country that used to get along. And it didn't matter if you disagreed with somebody politically, you still have a laugh with them. We were all human, after all. We're all Americans, after all. The old red, white, and blue, Star-Spangled Banner kind of stuff. They've demonized and dehumanized half the country to the point of actually breaking the country, and nobody can laugh anymore. And we're all rejecting that now. Now we are a revolution against that because nobody wants to live in that country. Yes, you want to live in a country where late night TV can do this to the Republican candidate. And the crowd goes wild. How wonderful is this? This proves that Donald Trump can take the joke, that Donald Trump is part of the joke. He can laugh with us. This is a billionaire humbling himself. Look with his funny hair. He's in on the joke. It's good. This is why people voted for him. Could you imagine Hillary Clinton ever doing something like this? Of course not. And Donald Trump made excellent late night fodder. Watch this.
Written a book that I put your name on, okay? And it's called Winners Aren't Losers.
It's great.
It's for children.
I would buy that.
May I read it to you?
Yes, I like it.
All right, Winners Aren't Losers by Donald J. Trump. Winners aren't losers. They're winners, like me. A loser's a loser. Which one will you be? Winners do deals and winners get rich, while sad little losers just sit there and bitch.
Great.
My daughter loves it. The dog is a loser, and frankly, I pity it. This dog did bad deals. This dog is an idiot. And poor Mr. Bear, he must feel like a loser, valeting that 2006 PT Cruiser.
This is a great book. I want to read this book.
Lobster's a loser. Throw him in the pot. I like a lobster who doesn't get caught. Those losers are failures who get nothing done. Just do what I do and you'll be number one. Now, here are some frogs I do not like at all. We must kick these frogs out and then build a wall.
Dude.
Oh, the places you'll go on your yacht, on your plane, with your suits from Milan and your wives from Ukraine. Oh, the buildings you'll build, oh, the wealth you'll amass, oh, the people around you all kissing your ass. There are two kinds of people. Which one will you be? A loser like them? Would you like to finish? Or a winner?
Like me.
Dude, it's so good. Like, come on, man. Imagine like the jokes that we missed out on because these people got their brains broken and then their ratings broken. Gutfeld, top rated show among adults, 25 to 54. This month, these are the cable news ratings this month. Gutfeld is the #1 show. Gutfeld beats all of the corporate late night TV because he's willing to have on President Trump. And President Trump joined Gutfeld again last night for the first time on Gutfeld, but joined late night TV again for the first time back since his banishment. What was the banishment? Winning. Donald Trump won to the actual joke and seething tears and salty sulfur tears of Jimmy Kimmel. Donald Trump did win. And now Donald Trump is back on late night TV and killing it. This is what the audience was like all last night. Gutfeld crowd going wild with Donald Trump chanting for President Trump. Everyone up and out of their seats. Donald Trump, just some of the quick highlights. Donald Trump getting a Trump belt, right? The actual Trump belt from Tyrus, who's a wrestler, is a gold
5, by the way. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. But if you're going to sit in that chair, if you're going to do the Tyrus experience, you have to do it right because you are the people's champion, Mr. Trump.
Wow.
And on behalf of the people of America,
I love to see it. I like that. Now I'm really that's a good one.
That's the man who makes all the professional ones.
Beautiful, yeah.
There you go.
Rowdy.
It's a crowd.
Listen to that.
No, but This is the real one. This is a real deal. This
Yeah.
is,
No, I'm going to give a fake belt to the next president.
We're more used to that. That's good. Thank you, Tara.
You are the people's champion.
You're gonna
This is just fantastic. And the reviews are amazing. President Trump on Gutfeld, one of the greatest things you'll ever see. Shows the guy is serious about fixing the country, but also a great sense of humor. Kamala would never do an hour-long unscripted show like this. I'm watching Trump on Gutfeld. I'm not seeing Hitler. I'm seeing a serious man who also has a sense of humor, and I'm enjoying it. For the first time I've watched TV Network in a long time, except for baseball games in years. Trump's Gutfeld appearance is an absolute delight. Funny, focused, and interesting. It's the best I've seen. I've never voted for Trump. I will be voting this year. This appearance actually changing people's votes. I watched every second of the Gutfeld tonight. Don't even get up during the commercial breaks. As always, the president was transparent, engaging, and endearing. Kamala could never, ever, 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 ever. President Trump on Gutfeld is brilliant. Nothing is scripted. The writing is just him. It's naturally Trump, and it's very, very funny. The entirety of Trump's Long Island rally, Gutfeld appearance, I'm more convinced than ever. Home in New York energizes him to a different level. It's incredible to witness. New York's son coming home. Okay. Some of the best bits. Donald Trump on Area 51. Are there aliens? Ooh, this is good. Let's go.
like Paramount.
Can I please ask a question just because I'm never going to be allowed in a room with the president again?
Sure.
Are there aliens at Area 51?
You know, I'll tell you, it's a funny thing because I think that might be a question that I get more than any question. It is the craziest thing. So we have that so-called area. They consider it like a sacred area. Mm-hmm. And I will say this. I don't think I'm a believer, but I've interviewed pilots that look, I like Tom Cruise, but better than Tom Cruise. The blonde crew cuts, the whole, and this, yes, sir. And they were in the Oval Office, 3 or 4 pilots. These are not people that make up stories. These are, they said, all I know, sir, is there was a round object that was going 4 times faster than my F-22, which is a very fast plane. And it wasn't, you know, it shouldn't have been. It was round, sir. They have seen, I mean, 4 or 5 guys I've interviewed, solid people, great pilots for the U.S. Air Force, etc. They've seen things that they cannot explain.
Follow-up
So
question.
Also a maybe. I think
Follow-up question, Mr.
Maybe.
President. Follow-up. If in fact there are aliens, would you be willing to put tariffs on them to help us with the economy? Yes. They're not just going to fly down in here.
Oh, Donald Trump on the assassination attempt, of course. Donald Trump saying that he would have attacked the assassin had he seen him with his 3-iron.
Mr. P, how's your golf game?
Well, haven't been thinking about it too much lately. I always said golf is a very dangerous game.
It really is. It really is, especially if they're playing with you.
Yeah, it's true. That's
What? That was a mean joke.
Pretty sad.
Did you? If they had told you that the shooter was there, would you have tried to take him out with your 3-wood?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. If I knew. Actually, the Secret Service did a great job. They saw the barrel of a gun, big gun.
Yeah.
And it came out through bushes. And how many people would see that? First, you know, he really was very exceptional to have done it.
Meanwhile, President Trump, though, on the assassination attempts, giving all glory to God in a very humanizing, wonderful moment. Something is greater than all of us. Go.
So if you want to be president, I have a lot of friends that wanted to run. They're thinking about maybe not doing it. But here's the only good thing is that it's always a consequential president that gets shot at. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, so far, I've been very lucky. Or something is greater than all of us.
Ooh.
Something is up there. Someone is up there, maybe watching over us.
I think he's voting for you.
Yeah. It's funny. I always thought the most dangerous job was feeding The View. But you bring up God, and you've almost been killed twice. Do you think more about your own mortality and what happens after you move on?
Yeah, not about mortality, but I do think more about God because, okay, Butler was really the greatest of all miracles. If I'm not looking over there, and I mean a full turn, exactly 90 degrees, I wouldn't be here right now, and your ratings would be a little bit lower, perhaps.
Yeah. We'd have kill meat there.
We have to tell the story of how we first met. The ratings over. Remember that
Yes.
1 week he just played that thing? But I do think about that because the chart, it was basically an immigration chart. We had our lowest numbers that we've ever had in immigration. And I very rarely use it, maybe 15, 20%. It's always on my left and it's always at the end of a speech. So now I said, bring down the chart right at the very beginning, almost like the first sentence of the speech. Bring down that chart because immigration is such a big thing now with, our country being basically taken over by Venezuela and lots of other people. So I said, bring down the chart, and the chart drops down, and I go, look at those numbers, and I look over to the right, and ping, and that was not, I knew something was definitely wrong, and it was a mess. I touched, I said, that's unusual.
Remember when you showed it to me?
I showed it.
Yeah, you showed it to me. You said, I know people aren't going to believe this, so Gutfeld, take a look at my ear.
That's right. We met at the convention.
Yeah.
And I said, who am I going to show it to? We have a lot of guys. They'll say it didn't exist. And I actually did have such confidence in him. And he's really a very special guy, talented guy, good guy, great guy. And I said, if I'm going to show it, let's do it with Gutfeld.
Yes.
That's amazing. It was amazing.
Because it happened right after.
Yeah, how did you get him to see the top of your ear?
Well, I sat in a low chair.
Okay, thank you.
But you know what? It was true. And I took the bandages off very carefully.
Yeah.
And I showed him. He said, "That's nasty."
Yes.
That was nasty. But
I
it healed
kind of
up.
wanted to touch it, but I knew I would have been tackled.
Trump on the debates. I'm the GOAT. Of course. Here we go.
But it's interesting to see the response to this second attempt. Every time you're under a bigger threat, the media still blames you even more.
Yeah.
It's almost as though they don't see their own role in this. What do you make? Have you just basically accepted this as a fact?
I think so, yeah. Look, the media is extremely dishonest, extremely corrupt, actually. Look at the debate. I walked off. I said, that's debate. They said I'm the GOAT in debates because I had a lot of debates and I became president. And the GOAT means greatest of all time. He's a GOAT. But I said, what a great stage. And I walked off that stage, and I thought I had the best debate. And I was very unfairly treated by the anchor. I'm not fans of those guys anymore. And his hair was better 5 years ago than it is now. Okay? That happens. That happens with the clock.
I mean, who among us?
That happens with the clock. But, they came at me on everything like crime.
Yeah.
I said, the crime is rampant. He said, crime is down. I said, crime is down? Who would think it's... Without even knowing... And I was right. The following day, DOJ announced numbers. I don't know who it was in DOJ, but somebody over there likes me. That crime is up 45%, murders up, numbers like you wouldn't even believe. And anybody would know that without even seeing charts. But it turned out to be a false attack. They attacked the bloodbath. That was referring to the auto industry.
Right.
You know all these things.
Yeah.
Charlottesville was totally debunked by everybody, including Laura. Laura did a whole show on it, how it's so ridiculous.
And even Snopes, which is a left-wing
That's right.
site.
They even said.
Yeah.
But all of them, and they didn't correct her once, and they corrected me everything I said practically, and I think 9 times or 11 times. And the audience was absolutely, they went crazy. And the real, I thought it was, I walked off, I said, that was a great debate. I loved it. You got a lot of people watch. I guess we had 75 million people watching, something like that. And you have to do well. You can't do badly. For instance, Biden didn't do so well in the previous debate because I had the 2 debates. I had one. We actually had 2 debates. I had one against a man, and then they said, he's not doing well, take him out, put in a new one. And if she doesn't do well, I wonder if they're going to take her out. Just keep putting her. Let's see if we can get it right eventually.
And finally, Donald Trump on leaving The Apprentice, a hit TV show that, of course, was the #1 TV show in the world, and why he ran for president. Kind of aligns with everything Trump's ever said in every interview, that if things got bad enough, he'd run. Watch.
He's almost finished. Kat, do you remember Howard Stern?
No, but you've been on every show. I mean, you've been on TV a lot.
A lot of shows.
I mean, would you rule out, I'm not saying now, but would you ever rule out doing reality TV again? Like, what about hosting Love Island?
So, I had The Apprentice for 12 years.
Oh, I know.
14 seasons, but 12 years, a lot of time. they wanted to renew me for 5 years. They were all set to do it, and I didn't want to do it. I wanted to run for. I said I wanted to run for president. Mark Burnett, who's a great guy, and the producer and all of the people from NBC, everybody came up to see me to talk me out of running. They said it's not possible to win. Nobody's ever done that. I mean, and nobody ever gives up primetime show. It was a big hit, and they wanted to do a 5-year extension. I said no. That's actually when I knew I was going to do it, and I mean, I love doing The Apprentice. It was so successful. The big question is, did it make a difference? Would I have been president? A lot of people say they created this guy from The Apprentice, and I don't know if that's true because they chose me because of the
I
success.
think it was your chemistry with Bret Michaels.
Yeah. Bret Michaels was a character. We had great characters.
Yes.
And we learned a lot about, we had Dennis Rodman was great.
Oh, he was fantastic.
And we had tremendous characters on the show. We had a lot of, everybody was helped basically by being on The Apprentice. But I just wanted to do it. I saw what was happening with the country. The country was going bad. And now what they've done with the border and the wall and the whole thing, they could have built an extra 200 miles. I built much more than I said I was going to build, and it worked. I had the Mexican government giving us 28,000 troops. We had so many Mexican troops, they had no choice. They had to. Otherwise, I said, I'm going to put tariffs on your cars that you stole from. They stole 32% of our car industry, okay, which is not, we'll get it back. Don't worry about it. But, I really felt I wanted to do it because we can make our country. The Make America Great Again is such a great MAGA, is such a great tag. And I watched Biden where he was very angry at MAGA. He said, we've got to stop MAGA. And I'm saying, it's Make America Great Again. It sort of doesn't work so well, right? Make America Great Again.
President Trump has shared the full 40-minute interview on X, a pretty rare post on X for the president, to his 90 million followers. And man, I encourage you to watch every bit of it, whether you have Fox Nation and you can just watch it again. You can probably watch it on YouTube or there on the president's X feed. Ladies and gentlemen, worth a watch. It'll give you the energy giving, please. More of that. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, subscribe. See ya.